Hi, I'm Dan from Mach V Motorsports. I'm here to give you a tour of the new Halo gauges from Prosport. I'm sitting in our shop car, which is a 2008 Subaru WRX STI. We've installed two Prosport Halo gauges in a windshield pod, which is here by the rearview mirror. The Halo gauges are a step above Prosport's premium line. They share some of the same features, but they have the additional features of the red halo ring around the outside of the gauge and the touchpad, which controls the features of the gauge. And I'm going to go through some of the features right now. First of all, the backlighting is user selectable. Using the touchpad, you press the set button, and the touchpad, I'll talk about that for a second. You don't really even have to press the touchpad, you just touch it with your finger. And it's quite sensitive. You can even touch the outside of the touchpad near the button. Anyway, as I was saying, you can use the set button to select your backlighting color, white, blue, or amber. I can change them both if I want to. Change them both to white. Then, as I mentioned, the gauges are peak hold, and they also have a warning function. So to select the peak hold function, you just touch the peak button. It will go up to the previous peak. In this case, we just installed the gauges, so it hasn't been running any boost. But if I was driving on the street, it would go up to the highest boost level that the gauge has recorded. If I want to set the warning function, I will hold the set button for 4 seconds. I touch set. You can see it's gone dim there. And then I can lower or raise the warning level. When the needle is blinking, that's in my set mode, so press and hold or touch and hold this. I'm going to set it at 23 psi, and then if I let it be, it'll go back to its normal mode. I can change the brightness, and not only can I change the brightness, but it's got differentiated brightness for daytime and nighttime use. I press and hold peak, and that gets me into the brightness adjustment. When the halo is blinking, you can adjust the brightness. It's dimmer, that's brighter. And then there's also adjustable brightness separately for nighttime illumination. So if I turn the lights on the car, it's going dimmer, because that's my nighttime illumination, and I can perform independent brightness adjustment for nighttime. Finally, there's Selectable Sounds. There are two sound functions of the gauge. When the boost pressure goes up above a certain level, or when the wideband goes above a certain level, it has a warning feature. For other gauges, some of the pressure gauges, it would be below a certain level, but that when it goes above the warning point, which we set earlier, it will beep and flash. If you want to defeat that, you can turn off the beep, and I will do that now. You enter the sound mode by touching and holding both set and peak buttons. This is sound mode. Then you can turn off the beep or on using that button. That's for the warning button. This is for the touch buttons. That would be buttons off, buttons on. I'm going to turn them off just to demonstrate. 1 beep is off, 2 beeps is on. Now we're back to normal mode, and if I touch the set button, it still works, but it doesn't beep anymore. And I'll turn them back on. Touch and hold set and peak. 2 beeps means the button will beep. And I wait for 2 seconds, and now the set button beeps when I touch it. So that's pretty much the features of the Halo gauge series. You might have noticed that the right gauge is blinking. That's because its warning point is set to something around 20 on the wideband, and since it's not on, it's seeing 20. I've also turned off the beep on that using the same feature as we talked about on the other gauge, so that it won't beep while I was talking to you. We do sell these gauges at our shop, and my company is Mach V Motorsports. You can find us at mach5.com, spelled M-A-C-H-V as in Victor.com. We also have a separate gauges website, gogauges.com, G-O-G-A-U-G-E-S.com. Thank you very much.